Hello there viewers, I'm the Knight of Arcane, and today I decided to do something more simple and cute, and decided to draw 4 animatronics from Five Nights at Freddy's as Animal Crossing villagers. It was just a fun, simple idea I had in mind, and there's probably a few people that have already done this simple prompt before, but I didn't look up to see if any were done, so I'm free to draw them my way. Anyway, let's see how the 4 came out. First, I knew I had to draw Freddy. After all, he's the title character. But I didn't want to do the more generic Freddy of the first 2 games, partially because I wanted to take animatronics from different games, so they're not all from the same game, to help make the lineup a little bit more unique. With that, I decided to do Funtime Freddy from Sister Location. Obviously, he's a bear, so drew his body like the bears in Animal Crossing. I kept a lot of the lines that divide his face, like all the Funtime animatronics have, along with a few robotic plating lines for the shoulders, body, and other parts, to help convey it's the Funtime Freddy here. He still has his hat, but I also put him in a suit that matches his colors and chest design, keeping the buttons as shirt buttons and having the speaker sitting on his chest. And of course, a little Bonnie puppet was put on his arm. I decided on the droopy eyes, thinking it would fit the design and feel a bit like some Animal Crossing villagers, so he'd probably be a lazy villager type. The colors were kept as the same, though used lighter and darker pinks in areas for color variation, and when some places were divided by the plates instead of keeping them as white like they were in the game. And I think doing it helped make him look really good. Also, I put a little bit of shine since he's all, metal and plastic and shiny stuff. So let's take a good look at Funtime Freddy Villager. I think Wither Bonnie is my favorite of all the Bonnie designs. What with his open head showing rows of teeth and red dot eyes. Creepy. So naturally I decided to draw him as a cute, though still a little creepy villager. Though I did have trouble with the head at first, trying to have it open but couldn't get the angle right. Was finding it hard to still keep it looking like a villager, since that's what the premise is. Ultimately made it just look like a hole you look into, but kept both sets of teeth. The smaller set even looks like a little smile. He's so happy. The eyes became teardrop shaped to help with the villager feel, partly inspired by Bunny's eyes. We put him into a little striped button-up shirt to make it whimsical and fit with his bow tie. Looking really cute in it. And of course his left arm is missing with some wires coming out of the shoulder stump, because it really wouldn't be Wither Bonnie if he had 2 arms. I stuck to his normal colors and made the shirt a lighter purple with red stripes, since I thought it would all fit together. On the shading, I wanted to try a texture brush, to help with the sort of gritty, fur-like feel he has in the game. A bit more unique than the basic cell shading Funtime Freddy had, since he's smooth, plastic, and metal. Plus also make a few parts be like the exposed metal he has on the hand and foot. Personality-wise, I don't know what I would say. Maybe Jock for the energy. If there was a normal version for male ones, maybe that. Maybe even Peppy, based off of how I drew him. Overall, I love this cute and creepy bunny, so let's take a look at the finished piece. Our third is Foxy, and I went with a different approach to him. Yes, he's a fox, but I used a wolf villager as the base since their heads are closer to Foxy's design, more so than Red's. Anyway, it's pretty straightforward what's been done with him. Just gave him a pirate-like vest and striped shirt with a skull on it to go with his tattered pirate pants to help with his pirate theme. He also still has his eye patch and hook, with his legs and hand being the exposed metal of the endoskeleton underneath, like in the game. I'd classify him as a cranky villager, based off of other things I've seen with Foxy. Foxy has the same texturing and shading I did with Bonnie. A little bit different in layer order, and use the same texture on the vest and pants too. Thinking those areas should have the more gritty and cloth-like texture from use. Though his shirt is still my normal cell shading. A little different from Bonnie though is using the same textured brush a bit on the metal areas, mainly with a white for some highlights. I think the shading is pretty good along with the lower body, but I think I went a bit wrong with the head. It feels a little too long, though that makes me think of FNAF 4's Nightmare Foxy a bit. But let's take one last look before we move on to our final piece. Now, besides wanting to do animatronics from different games, I wanted to do the core 4 from the first game. Freddy, Bonnie, Foxy, and, you guessed it, Chica in the video. I decided on Glamrock Chica since Security Breach is the most recent game in the series, so need at least one in here, and because Glamrock Chica is my favorite Chica design, with Beakless Toy Chica being probably second. Now, I first drew her as a generic bird villager, since their body, head, and proportions would fit with her the best. However, it felt weird and a bit wrong to not draw the chicken animatronic as a chicken villager, even if they're pretty plump in design. So I redrew Chica and loved the design really much. Glad I made this change. A lot of her design is still the same from the game, since she's wearing clothes, but made it into some 80s workout leotard, mainly since she has those leg warmer things, but to also fit with the villagers' body designs in general, since they're rounded shapes down there. She still has her head feathers in the same design, her leg warmers, and the armband she has plus the bow on her head. I decided to make her tail tips pink and her wing tips green, like how her gloves are green in the game. I also add her earrings near the end, mainly since I forgot to add them during the sketching stage. Oops. To add some extra character to the piece, I made Chica munching on some pizza, since she likes pizza, and to help make it cute. God, does she look adorable. An adorable chubby chicken that eats pizza and trash. If that ain't a peppy villager, I don't know what would be. Honestly, this redraw is my favorite of the villagers, so let's take a good long look at our Glamrock Chica villager. And there's the finished FNAF villager designs. I'm happy with all of them, except a few bits of Foxy, but had fun and would love to do this again. Let me know in the comments if I should, along with your favorites of this bunch, and any suggestions on what to do with both FNAF and Animal Crossing in the future. Like maybe I should take some villagers and make them into creepy animatronics. If you liked what you saw, leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And check out my other socials for updates on other projects and art I do. If you'd like to support this series and my other projects, head over to my Patreon and become a patron today to get access to polls, early access to content, and other rewards. Anyways, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Later!